Animals are wonderful additions to any household because they offer the kind of unconditional love and companionship that many people don't realize they're missing out on. The health benefits of having a pet are numerous and include a lower risk of depression and better cardiovascular health. Even while you adore your animal companion and the emotion is generally reciprocated, it doesn't always mean they find your actions as endearing as you do. As a matter of fact, even the most vigilant pet owners may miss a number of indications that their pet is unhappy with them. This is why in this video, I will be taking you through 14 different signs your dog is unhappy with you. Make sure to like this video and hit subscribe to this channel. No eye contact. There's a chance they won't even look at you directly, and they might even try to avoid proximity to you. In the wild, a dog's direct eye contact is a sign of violence, but if you've reared them as a pet, they likely won't interpret it that way. Dogs often look directly into the eyes of their owners to convey their love. The release of oxytocin, the love hormone, is triggered by eye contact between people and dogs. Among these are mother-child interactions where it is released. This means that when your dog looks you in the eyes, they are showing you affection. If they don't like you, that's a red flag. Maybe he's trying to tell you that the connection between the two of you is poor by avoiding eye contact. Try as you might show your dog some love by treating him to tasty snacks. He may just want some time alone. If this is the case, you should give him room and give him time to warm up to you before forcing anything. A soothing activity such as reading a book or listening to music gentle enough to relax is also an option. Refusing to collect treats from you. People who have ever owned a dog know how much they love receiving treats. So if a dog is avoiding their favorite treat because they don't want to be near you, you should take that as a hint that they're not feeling comfortable around you. They don't wag their tail when you are around them. When a dog is happy to meet you, you can tell because they wag its tail. They will raise their tail out of their normal wag position and shake them vigorously. This trait becomes most noticeable during doggy playdates. From time to time, he'll take on an invitingly playful pose with his bottom slightly raised. Of course, if they don't like you very much, they can decide to hide their tail. It's possible they get anxious, subservient, or afraid when he's near you. When a dog is feeling particularly protective, it may tuck its tail under its body or between its hind legs. Keep in mind that dogs have feelings and will shun their master if they are reprimanded or spoken to harshly. A peaceful, reassuring speech can help restore a broken relationship. They bare their teeth. When taking a selfie, you may enjoy flashing your perfect smile. However, if your dog is doing it, it's probably because they're not too fond of the way you're treating them. Baring fangs is commonly an indication of aggression among dogs, and is generally followed by other aggressive behavior, including growling or adopting a protective posture. Don't generalize this behavior to all animals, though. Cats, for example, will occasionally sniff the air with their jaws wide open. If a dog seems scared of you, that's not a good sign. When near someone who makes them feel uneasy, dogs, like people, might exhibit nervous tics. Lip licking and yawning are two behaviors some dogs may display even when they aren't being tried. If you're the type of person who fiddles with your hair or bounces your leg whenever your nerves get the best of you, then you'll understand what I mean. They don't listen to you. You may have spent days, weeks, or even months teaching your dog basic commands like sit, stay, and stop. But after a few months have passed, he no longer follows your instructions and instead glares at you. One of the possible explanations for his defiance could be that he simply dislikes you. It's possible that you have upset him, or that you're in a hostile situation, and that they've decided ignoring you is the best way to express how they feel. Your dog can tell if you're worried, stressed, or sad since you create an unpleasant atmosphere. Your dog will respond to your mood, so learning to control your emotions can help you build a stronger bond with him and make it easier for him to follow your directions. They hide from you. Usually when a pet hides from you, it's because they feel scared or upset and need some space. However, this is also an indication of disease. So if your pet goes missing in your home on a regular basis, it's time to make an appointment with the vet. They don't sleep. Is your pet who used to sleep through the night suddenly wide awake? Probably they don't feel particularly safe at home. Just like humans, animals can experience sleep disruptions due to stress or lack of physical activity. He flattens his ears. Dogs may learn a lot about their feelings by observing the position of their ears, which serves as a kind of nonverbal communication. When at ease, a dog will typically lay back with its ears tucked back. To receive a pat on the head or a kiss, most of them will assume this position. When someone's ears are pinned back or flat against their head, though, it's a sign that they're nervous, fearful, or don't like you. Most dogs will assume this position when feeling threatened, and the more rigidly they will hold back their ears, indicating a more intense level of anxiety. Scratching its ears or rubbing its tummy may help, but it's also important to identify and remove any underlying causes of the behavior. It's likely that he'll forgive you for whatever offended him as soon as you show him some love and care. They don't want to play. Your dog may be disappointed if the tennis ball that used to excite them no longer holds the same allure. Dogs can suffer from depression and, like humans, can cause them to lose interest in their usual activities. Some dogs may experience depression for no apparent reason, but dogs with a history of violent discipline or separation anxiety may be more prone to depression. They won't eat. When your pet suddenly loses interest in eating, even when the bowl is full, you should take notice. In response to stress caused by things like the introduction of a new pet or human family member, a shift in the pet's normal routine, or the presence of a new human in the home, many pets will stop eating. However, refusal to eat might be an indication of some illness, such as intestinal obstructions or cancer. So if your pet misses more than one meal, it's important to check in with the vet. They're using your house as a toilet. Could it be that your dog now considers every room in the house to be his own private toilet? Maybe showing his displeasure with your actions. Your pet's reactions could indicate anxiety, so it's important to think about whether your own actions, like yelling or slamming doors, are contributing to the problem. They growl. It's understandable if your pet barked an unfriendly hello to the mailman on occasion. If you're the target of their wrath, however, you probably did something to make them anxious or angry. Dogs that are unhappy are more likely to exhibit undesirable behaviors, such as reduced tolerance for others and an increased likelihood of snapping or snarling. A pet's defensiveness will increase if you scold it for growling, increasing the likelihood that it may growl again or perhaps bite if provoked. He barks excessively at you. When they are pleased to meet you, dogs frequently bark. Even though they could jump up and down in an attempt to get you to play, constant barking is a sign that they don't like you. Typically, when away from their owners and bored or frustrated, dogs will bark loudly at strangers. The boredom could be reduced and positive behavior could be reinforced with more focus and activity. When the dog, however, barks at you whenever you approach him, you might want to look into what might have disturbed him. When this happens, the dog becomes hostile and may charge at you. Click on this video and find out 16 ways you are hurting your dog without realizing it. Goodbye.